Welcome back. Now 5:22. Time for our egg news. So let's check in with Bob Bosold over at Wax.
Good morning. And I talked to a friend of mine who's really mad. He put his boat away the day after Labor Day. I said, "Don't do that. There's a lot of summer left." And now he's upset.
I bet.
Yeah, I think
the perfect week for it.
I know it. I think he learned his lesson. It won't happen again.
You can't go get it though.
Well, they put it away in a shed and they take the dock out and everything else.
It's a whole process.
Yeah, it is a process. That's right. Ellie knows the process is involved, but a lot of boats are still out, obviously. So
Right.
it's still a lot of great weather. So again, whether you're on the road or in the fields or on the road, be careful. Well, let's take a look at what's going on in agriculture. Let's talk about trade as we get further into the fall season. Trade talks between the U.S. and Canada will get more intense as we review the U.S., Mexico, Canada Free Trade Agreement, and those talks for all three countries get underway. Well, one of the items sure to be discussed is Canada's supply management program for products like dairy and eggs. And we might see some changes. According to reports in the Data Transmission Network, last weekend in Washington, the new trade representative for the province of Manitoba said supply management programs in Canada will be, and we quote, on the table, unquote. When the original agreement was worked out during the first Trump administration, Canadian negotiators refused to allow any changes to that system, and President Trump eventually signed off on the deal just to get the agreement finished. Now, those talks are expected to get going in November, but there's no question we have a strained relationship with Canada right now as trade is down between the two countries. Our ag exports to Canada are down about 5% this fiscal year to just over $16 billion, while Canada's ag exports to the U.S. are down about 4% to about $22.5 billion. However, our dairy exports to Canada under the USMCA have risen up pretty steadily to $1.8 billion last year, with this year's dairy sales north of the border up about 14% from last year, and Canadians still don't like that 51st state talk. Well, in about 2 weeks, municipalities around the state will be able to apply for some of the $150 million in grant money to improve local roads, bridges, and culverts. The money is part of the biennial state budget and is a first round of funding for the Agricultural Roads Improvement Program. That road improvement program was started back in 2023, and this round of funding included $30 million to be used specifically for bridge and culvert repair and replacement. The next round of funding will include about $50 million, and applications must rather be made to the Wisconsin Department of Transportation. The application period opening on October 6th, and it will end on December 15th. And prices dairy farmers are getting for their milk remain low as milk supplies all over the world are being called good to plentiful. The Daily Dairy Report shows Europe is reporting better than expected milk volumes this summer and even expects growth in the future with milk supplies. Reports also show production expansion here in the U.S., New Zealand, even South American countries like Argentina and Uruguay are producing more than earlier anticipated. But that report also shows worldwide demand for dairy is good, but it's not keeping up with the increasing supplies. On the Board of Trade yesterday, the markets were a little bit higher. It was a quiet trade, no news to move the markets. And overnight this morning, we see the December corn price up a penny at $4.25, wheat up 2 cents, November soybeans up 4 to 5 cents at $10.13. Dairy markets continue to struggle. Now, the barrel cheese price was up 3.5 cents. The blocks were up a penny to $1.64, but butter fell another 6 cents yesterday to $1.62. Less than 2 weeks ago, butter was well over $2. Class 3 futures also struggling. September was unchanged yesterday, 17.65. October traded down 6 cents to 17.04. 8 cents lower for that November price as the prices are turning lower through May. And I almost got the convertible out, but I looked outside and I saw the fog and I said, not yet.
No, maybe go back home and take it out this evening.
Oh, it'll be out this afternoon either.
Out? Okay.
You got a haircut, Bob.
Yeah, I did. How do you like it? I got them all cut.
Hey,
I got them all cut.
Yeah.
Starting to look like a hippie, and I didn't want to do that. See you guys tomorrow.
The Bloomer State Champs. Hello, Wisconsin!